Hello and welcome to my channel, On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. Let's find out what's been on the hook. Well, I can tell already this bracelet's going to make a lot of noise, so I'm going to take it off. I did want to match the green with my scarf, so I did that. And my pants were also this color, so I was just having a little fun in my jewelry box this morning. But I'm going to take that off because it's loud. So how is everyone doing? I hope you had a great weekend. And it's Monday morning again, and I wanted to bring a few things to you today that you might enjoy watching. If you would, please like this video. I would appreciate that so much. And subscribe if you're not subscribed, if you want to see more videos. And also you can share this video if you'd like with your friends. So if you have a crochet friend that doesn't watch YouTube, you might introduce them to my show. It's not tutorials. It is chatting about crochet and giving you inspiration and ideas and information that you can use in your own crochet experience. So I hope that you'll join me again on my next video. And you can watch some older ones too. In fact, I'm going to put a link in the description box to a former video that I did about what I'm wearing. And so let's just talk about what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing the Armor Shawl by Holly, and her channel is The Proper Pineapple, and I'll put a link to her video where she introduced her Armor Shawl pattern. And I wanted to bring this to you because I reach for this shawl quite often, and I'll tell you why. I love the colors in this shawl. I had one hank of this particular yarn I bought at a yarn convention, and I really liked it. So I started making the shawl, and I realized I was going to run out. So I won't belabor this because it's in my video down in the description box if you want to watch it. But this is a color that I found in my stash, and when I realized I wasn't going to have enough of the variegated yarn, then I crocheted several rows of this according to the pattern, and then I finished up with another row or two of this because I saved back some of it so that I could finish off the shawl with it. I really love this shawl. I made several changes to it, and I believe they're in the video down below, so you can look at my video where I talked about it originally, and also Holly's video where she released her pattern. So I really have loved this shawl. I love the way it's made. I love the way it looks. I love the size. Now I made it smaller than hers. Hers is quite large, but you can stop crocheting when you get ready. And so I ran out of this yarn for the most part. I had a little left, and when I finally crocheted the last few rows on here, I ran completely out of yarn, but it was a perfect size for me. I don't like huge scarves, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute, but I do like this size. It's probably 1.5 feet shorter than Holly's, and you might watch the video. It will probably tell you the exact measurement, or I'll show it to you in a long, hold it up or something. But anyway, I just wanted to bring this to you. This is what I'm wearing today, and really loving it. And I ordered this top a couple weeks ago, and it was on sale. It was the perfect color to match my Armor Shawl, and so I thought I would wear that today. Now, speaking of shawls, Crystal is modeling my new Coral Reef Wrap, and like I had just said, this is a very long scarf, and I call it a wrap because you can actually wrap it around you. It did turn out nicely, I have to say. I wasn't really enthralled with it at first, but I like the way it turned out. I like the border, and I did block this. So when you block your scarves and shawls and sweaters, they just look so much better. But sometimes you just don't need to. So you have to make that decision when you finish crocheting your garment if you really like to block it or not. And I knew that this beautiful border would stretch out a little bit and be more predominant, and it would be flat. It wouldn't be curling up like it was after I finished crocheting it. I wanted to stretch it out and make it flat, and so it would look nice when I wore it. So Crystal's real excited to wear this today. I hope you enjoy it. It is a pattern that I actually released this weekend, and I sent an email out to all my community members, and you can sign up down in the description box as well to be in the community, in the On the Hook community, because I send out free patterns sometimes. I also send out other emails, but I don't blow up your email box, so don't worry about that. It's free to sign up, and when you sign up, you get a brand new PDF from me called the Hug Me Count. You get a brand new, when you sign up to be in the community, you get a free pattern, which is a PDF of my Hug Me cowl, which came out this winter, and that comes free to you when you sign up to be in the community. So go ahead and do that, and that way you'll be in on all the pattern releases. You'll know when they come out, and you can also use it on all the patterns in my Etsy shop. There are now, I think, 50 patterns out there. Might be 49 or 50 patterns on my Etsy shop, so there's something out there for everybody. Now, I don't have any Afghan patterns, I don't have any potholder patterns or purse patterns, but I do have garment patterns and shawls, cowls, scarves, sweaters, short sleeve sweaters, tank tops. All that is out there that you can look at and see if you might like to try the style that I use to write my patterns, and that is to describe what I'm doing, to not put stitch counts in unless they're totally necessary, and also you measure and make the garment to fit you the first time. So that is my focus on my Etsy shop, and I hope that you enjoy making those patterns. I know I have a lot of people who tell me they do, so they might apply to you as well. So go out there and take a look at my patterns on the Etsy shop. There's a link down in the description box below. I want to thank Crystal for modeling for me today. She really enjoys that, so I told her she could wear the Coral Reef Wrap. So this is a picture of the pattern. These are the photos I have at the very beginning, and one of them is Crystal modeling there too. So I let her be on the front of my pattern this time. She was really excited to do that. The yarns that I used quickly are Vitalana yarns. They're yarns with a little bit of bling, little sparkle. You might not be able to see that, but they do have some sparkle. And I really enjoyed working with these. I didn't think I would. And after I blocked the wrap, I really love it now. It lays flat. It feels good on my skin. It's not scratchy. So blocking does make a difference. I have to say, I'm a believer now. Blocking really does make a difference, especially if your yarn is a little bit rough. You can sometimes soften it up with a block. So just know that. Now, the next thing I'd like to do is to review quickly a new crochet hook. It's from an Etsy company who makes these, you know, from wood, and they're very nice. The only thing about them is it's flat. It's not a round hook, it's a flat hook. So I thought, you know, I need to try that. I just wanted to try it and see if it would be different in my hand than a round hook, like a clover hook, which are the ones that I dearly love. Now this is a J hook. There it is. It has the letter J written at the end of the hook. And on the other side, I believe must be the artist initials. I can't make them out, so that's probably what they are. Quite the artisan that made this hook. They come in single hooks. You can buy them this way, or you can buy them in sets, and you can do that. This was an accurate hook. What I did was I crocheted a few rows on a garment that I'm making, and I compared it to the rows that were crocheted before with the clover hook. So I wanted to show you that just real quick. But before we do that, this is the company that makes the wooden hooks, and they're called Living in the Past. And I ordered this on the web, and it came very quickly. It was a lovely packaging, and I have to say, you can tell that it's handmade. It's all handmade. Now, I do notice that when I was working with it, it was a little bit rough inside the hook area. I took an emery board, and I worked on it just a little bit and smoothed it out just a little bit. It was a tiny bit rough. So, and also along the edges, it's a tiny bit rough, but it's not for making a huge garment, I don't think. I didn't find it to be very efficient for me. You might, because you might hold your hook differently from me. I don't think anyone, well, it could be that if you hold it this way, it might work. I don't know. I didn't try that. But I hold mine like a knife. And I was having to twist my arm a little bit too much. I use a round hook. I twist it as I'm working like this, just with my fingers. I don't have to turn my whole hand. But on this one, I couldn't really twist it all that much. I had to turn my whole hand You know, if you twist it, you lose your grip on this particular type of hook. But I do like the hooks because I appreciate anything that's handmade. As you know from my craft channel, I love things that are handmade, and I can appreciate woodworking as well. Back in the old days, I had a bandsaw in my garage, and I made wooden items, and then I painted them, and that was back in the very old days. But I do remember how much fun it was to work with wood, and so I understand crafters that work with wood. And this was a good idea. However, for me, it doesn't work all that well. I want to show you what I did with it. I crocheted the last 3 rows with the flat hook, and then my clover hook started here. So 1, 2, 3 rows, and then the clover hook's here. So the wooden hook made the stitches just slightly larger, and it could be because I was having to pull the yarn out just a little bit to get that hook to work. A clover hook, of course, has the metal hook part, and what that does is it actually slides through the yarn so easily that it's just like butter. I mean, it slides the yarn. On this particular hook, it was a little bit more difficult to pull the hook through the yarn without it catching just a little bit in some places, and that's when I took the emery board to it. If you're on my Instagram feed, if you're a follower, then you will know that I'm working on another sweater, and this is a sweater that I started a long time ago, and I had crocheted it in a stitch that I didn't like. It was a ribbed stitch, but it was too thick. It was going to make the sweater too thick. So what I did was I frogged all that out. It took me about an hour to get it all frogged out and rolled back up. I will be publishing a pattern for this because I'm going to do something really special on the sleeves, and if it works out, I'll write the pattern and y'all can make one of your own. And I really love this yarn. This is City Tweed, beautiful black yarn. It's not black, I'm sorry, it is gray, and it has some tweed pieces in it. It is called City Tweed. Obsidian is the name of the color. Obsidian is an emerald, I believe. This is 55% merino wool, 25% superfine alpaca, and 20% Donegal tweed. I've shown this on my videos many times. It comes in such gorgeous colors, and I'm going to substitute this for a Rowan felted tweed that is required in one of the patterns that I'm looking at. And if you were watching my video last week, you'll know which one I'm talking about. It was a pattern by Marie Wallen. I just happen to have this on my desk, so I'm bringing it out here. It's a pattern by Marie Wallen. I'll just show you that pattern right now. This is a scarf that she has designed with motifs, and they're all done in beautiful, subtle colors. And I think I'm going to be able to find those on Lovecrafts in the City Tweed brand. And so what I'll do is I will show those to you when I get those, and maybe I'll make a couple of motifs and show you how they look made up as a substitute yarn in the City Tweed. But I took this City Tweed. I had a sweater quantity of the Obsidian, and I decided to go ahead and make the sweater. I had ideas for a little bit of a boxy sweater with a set-in sleeve now, not crocheted into the body. I've done several of those, so I'm back to setting in the sleeve and making the sleeve fit the arm just a little bit more, and I'm going to put a little bit of a trim on this. So I had to set in the sleeve, and I wanted to do that. This is the front of the sweater, and it's a V-neck sweater. I've already finished the decreases on the neck. I've done both sides. I've finished the front, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to just put it up to the camera, and hopefully you can see how those stitches look in the City Tweed. Really love it, and it's so lightweight. Let me stand up and show it to you. This is how it's going to fit. I will set the sleeve in right there, if you can see that. I'll set the sleeve in there, and I'll work down to the wrist with the sleeve. I will not crochet these into the front and back fabric, so I'm going to do it a different way. It's a little bit boxy. It's not, I've got it pulled up too far actually. This is the shoulder. It's about this long on me, and I'm going to add a little bit more at the bottom. So I left an inch or two on the length that I wanted to add some more rows to. So I'm excited about this one. I finished the front, and I've also started working on the back. This was during a football game yesterday, and I have crocheted that much on the back. The back will be very simple, so it shouldn't be too hard to crochet. And it's one of those crochet pieces of fabric that you can crochet in front of the TV, and you don't have to concentrate so much on making sure that you're doing increases and decreases, because there won't be any on the back. So that's a little bit of a progress report on that sweater, and I'm excited about that. I will be writing the pattern for that, and you can duplicate it yourself. I was at Bed Bath & Beyond about a week ago, and I found something as I was leaving that I absolutely had to have, so I grabbed one. And I came home and I realized that it had so much more in it than I thought. And what I grabbed was this calendar, and y'all may have seen this. I don't even know if they have it at Joann's, I'm not sure, but it says it's a good day to crochet. It is a gorgeous calendar, and it's a wall calendar. The designer is Mandy O'Sullivan. She designed all the crochet items that are in this calendar. So on each day, I'm going to show this to you. It is so gorgeous. The paper is wonderful. It's thick. It's beautiful. The photography is amazing in this calendar. The calendar itself is very, very nice. And let me show you one other thing about this. This is January, so I'll just show you this page. This is January, and it's just circles of crochet. And what I did was I decided I was going to try to make each month. There's one item on each month that you can make, that you can crochet. It's all crochet. It's the most wonderful calendar I've ever seen, only because I love crochet so much. I've never seen one that was this beautiful. Now, they may do them every year. I don't know. I'm not much of a calendar shopper because I get a lot of calendars in the mail, and I don't usually go out and shop for a beautiful big calendar, but I happened to see this on the way out. And so I bought one, and I said, January, okay, I'm going to go out to my stash, and I found these three colors. I have 24/7 Lion Brand in these two colors, the mint, and it's a kind of an off-white color. I found this yellow in my stash that is a cotton yarn too, so I put the three yarns together, and I made this circle with the January instructions. Now, I have to show you this. This is amazing. I mean, not this, but I mean something that I found out about the calendar. When I got it home, I thought, aren't these pretty pictures? And then I realized that the patterns were in here too. The patterns are in the back of the calendar. Let me show you this. This is the back page of the calendar. There's a folder in the back of the calendar. See it right there? There's a folder. And inside that folder are 12 patterns. I just about went crazy when I saw this. There are 12 patterns. There's one. That's the January pattern. It gives you the name of it, what you need to make it, and all the instructions over here. They're all one-page patterns, so they're not really difficult to do. And I thought, this is unbelievable. It's a calendar with all the patterns for all the different items that are in here for each month. So let me show you what's in the calendar. This is the overall view of the months. There's January, and then February is a motif, and March is also a motif. There's a little bumblebee mobile here to hang over baby's bed. There's an Afghan right here made of motifs. She's big on motifs. And the same thing here. There's a kiwi pillow, which is very cute. It's a kiwi pillow. That's what I'm making. And then a motif pillow that is stuffed. It's what you would call a granny pillow, but I would call that a motif pillow. Very beautiful. There's a Christmas tree for December. I was really interested in this bag. I thought that was very beautifully done. I looked at the instructions and they look very doable. And that is for November, I believe. And then there's another Afghan pattern here. And right over here is corner to corner squares. And you can do anything you want to with those. You can even make dishcloths out of that. I think that's a good idea for that. But these were all the patterns that are inside the calendar. And it sold for $14.99. And because it was after January 1st, I only had to pay $4 for it. So I was so excited. I got home and I made my little circle. I thought, okay, the pattern instructions are pretty easy. And so I thought, you know what? I need to go back and get some calendars to give away. So I did that. And you know how many they had left? 2. They had 2 calendars left. And I snatched them both. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to give those away this week because it's getting late in January. And I would hope that you'd be excited to get the calendar. It has some really cute patterns in it. And the photography is absolutely gorgeous. So I bought the 2 that are still wrapped up. This one I've opened it. It will be mine. But the 2 that were wrapped up, I will be giving those away this week. I have a friend who will send me a video. Her name is Jo, and she makes custom project bags. And she's been on hiatus for a few months. And she sent me a video the other day, and I thought it would be so nice to insert that right here. So I'm going to ask Jo to talk about her 2 brand new bags that she made this week.
Hi there, it's Jo with Jo for Totes, and it's been several months since you've seen a video with me showing bags that I've made. So I want to start off today showing you 2 bags that I started making just a couple of weeks ago. This Southwest bag I'll show you in a second, I just finished yesterday. So I had to stop sewing for a little while to kind of get a grip on some pain issues, but that's all good right now. So I'm back sewing. I'm kind of in a different location today because I just had some pre-cancer treatment on my face and I can't have any outside light. So I'm kind of sequestered in my bedroom until I can break free in a couple of days. So this first bag goes to Kathy, and Kathy lives in Cleveland, which is pretty close to us. So I'm actually going to be delivering this bag to her Saturday when I can actually be outside a little bit more. So this is a Beauty and the Beast bag. It's gorgeous. She picked out this fabric, and it's got all the jewel tones that I really love. And I found this fabric that I just fell in love with, and I thought it matched so well for the contrast for the outside pouch. It looks like stained glass, and there's a lot of stained glass and a lot of the pictures that are on the main fabric. And then for the inside of this, I put a contrasting kind of purple, and it's got some of the greens, the dark greens that you see here. And then her medallion turned out so pretty. I thought she'll really like that. Let's see if I can make sure you can see it. And then for her zipper top, I put a jeweled pull for her. That's got a little silver tab that says Believe, and it's got a cross on it. And then the bottom is black, the same fabric that matches the handles. And for the handles, I put this little blue embroidery stitch that matches. Strings everywhere until they're finally shipped out. Now on the inside, the only thing she really wanted was a pouch. And you can see this pouch in here that accommodates a cell phone really well. In fact, I usually use my cell phone just to make sure that it's going to fit. And it does. Or of course you can really use it for anything. Now, this is the first bag I've made in several months. So I forgot to put the stitch marker tab on it. And I forgot to put my little emblem here, Jo Totes. So to compensate for that, I made her a little pouch. And of course it's got a little jewel pull tab on it. And inside the pouch, I put the stitch marker thing that I usually put on the inside. So she'll have her stitch markers. And of course, I had to make it out of the same fabric that matches her bag. And I just thought it turned out really cute. So you can see here that it's got the same fabric inside and out. It's a quilted. I quilted that the same as I do the bag. So this goes to Kathy in Cleveland, Tennessee. So I will show that to her this Saturday when I hand it over to her. And then for the second bag, the Southwest bag, this was ordered by Judy, and Judy lives in South Florida, very close to where my husband and I were last week doing a little vacation. So she saw this bag months ago, and as I made it for somebody else, and she wanted it exactly like that one, and I was happy to do it. I was actually able to order this fabric, again, the same fabric. So you can see the inside of her pouch is a little different than the other one. It's got oranges and blacks and yellows and some reds in it. Her stitch marker, I think, looks very Southwestern. The back, you can see the fabric really well. Now, on her outside zipper, I had a little charm that I've had for quite some time, and I was able to use it on hers. It's a little horse, you can see. So I thought that matched really well. And the bottom on her bag is made out of the color fabric that I equate to like a saddle color. I put a turquoise embroidery stitch on it. And then for the binding, I put the same fabric that I used for the side pouches. So she has a side pouch on either side. And then on the inside, she wanted a pouch just like Kathy wanted for hers. And it also has a place that the cell phone will fit. And I did remember to put my little insignia on this one. You probably can't see that, it's backwards. But I also remember to put the pull tab that's got the little stitch markers on it. So she's got that. And she also wanted a zipper on the inside. So this is her little zipper pull for the inside. And her inside is a contrasting orangey, reddish, yellowish fabric that looks like sun, which is very common for Southwest to have a sun emblem. I don't know if that showed up a while ago. It's got a little lamb on it and a turquoise bead. And so these two I thought just turned out so nice, even though I've not been sewing for a while. Evidently, I still have it. So these will go, this one will go in the mail tomorrow for Judy in Florida. And then, as I mentioned, I'll give this one to Kathy in Cleveland on Saturday, which is about the time I'll be able to get out of here and have some light exposure. So anyway, if you're interested in a bag, I can put your name on my list. If you're on the 2021 list, then I should be sending you an email very soon. If you haven't heard from me in a week or so, please let me know, and I can check and see where you are on the list. But of course, I'm making them in the order that I received the request in the order for that. So I'm so glad to be able to do some more videos for y'all, and I hope you have a great rest of the week, and take care. Bye-bye.
So let's talk about our giveaway. Last Monday, I offered this as the giveaway gift for this week. It's actually 2 cakes of Comfy Cotton in the colorway Enchanting Embers. Love it, love it, love it. I really love this color. I don't hate to give it up because I know I probably won't have time. I've got so much other yarn that I want to make up, and so I'm going to give this away to our giveaway winner for today. So let's turn the camera to the computer and find out who wins the 2 cakes of Comfy Cotton in the colorway Enchanting Embers. Here we are at the computer. There is the URL from last Monday, and the keyword was comfy. So let's find out how many YouTube comments we had with that particular word, and you will be in the running for the Comfy Cotton. Okay, let's see, that would be, trying to read under my computer here, 396, right there, 396 people signed up for this. So let's scroll down and find out who wins the Comfy Cotton. Pomposa Booze. Pomposa Booze, you are the winner of the Comfy Cotton Enchanting Embers cakes of yarn. Congratulations to the winner of the Comfy Cotton yarn. You will love it. It's a wonderful, wonderful yarn. So enjoy that. Now for next week, next Monday. This is the Monday giveaway. I have a giveaway on Monday and have a giveaway on the late week video. So be sure you're watching both because they're going to be different giveaways. All right, now for next Monday. I'm excited about this giveaway because I'm giving away 3 balls of Basic Stitch. This is Basic Stitch in the color Gold Heather, and this is the color I made my Northwest vest from, and I have way too much yarn, so I'm giving away 3 balls of this to giveaway winner number 1. Now there are 185 yards on each ball, and it's a size 4 weight yarn. It's very easy to crochet. It's called Basic Stitch. It's anti-pilling, and it's by Lion Brand. And I just really loved this so much that I created my Northwest vest from it. So I hope you enjoy that, whoever wins that next Monday. So that will be for giveaway winner number 1. Giveaway winner number 2 will win 2 cakes of Comfy Cotton. And I'm digging into my Comfy Cotton stash, and I came out with a red poppy. It's a poppy color, Comfy Cotton cake, never been used, Comfy Cotton red, and that will go to giveaway winner number 2. And also along with that, I found this one, and I hope it's okay if you take this. I started something and then I frogged it out and I wrapped it around. It's not very pretty, but it's a full cake of Comfy Cotton. The colorway is Spectrum, but it's just navy blue. It's basically just a navy blue. It's a beautiful navy blue though. So giveaway winner number 2 will receive both of these cakes from Lion Brand. They're full cakes. I did check, so they are full cakes. So that would be giveaway winner number 2. Giveaway winner number 3 will win the crochet calendar. Now I'm going to put this in a giveaway today, and I'll probably put it in on the late week video as well, because I want to give everybody a chance to win. Sometimes people only watch Mondays. I don't know if they watch Thursday or Friday, so I'm going to spread these out. I have 2 of these, and so one of these will be in the giveaway next Monday, and one will be in the giveaway next late week video time. So just be looking for that. Giveaway winner number 3 will receive this beautiful crochet calendar with all the patterns for all the items that are in the calendar included. So be sure to sign up for this. Now, the keyword on this particular week is calendar, C-A-L-E-N-D-A-R. Now be sure you spell it right. Y'all are doing great with your spelling. Here it is, calendar right here, C-A-L-E-N-D-A-R. Be sure to put the A in there. So calendar spelled with an A. Be sure to use that keyword when you put a comment down in the description box, and you will be in the running to win one of the 3 gifts that I have: the crochet calendar, the Comfy Cotton red and blue, and the gold heather in the basic stitch. Before I go, I wanted to tell you one thing I forgot to tell you about the armor shawl. It's got these long ends on it. So what I do sometimes, and you may not have seen this when I was just wearing it because they're just out of view of the video, but what I do with a very long tails on scarves is I tie a little bitty knot in the bottom, and actually it's very loose. I don't pull it real hard. I just knot it enough to bring up that end just a little bit, and so when I'm wearing it, they're not hanging way down here. They're actually, just about the right length. So that's just a little tip, and you can also do that on my Coral Reef Wrap as well. If you have a very long wrap because you're using up a lot of yarn, you could easily knot the ends of it because they're very tiny. So I just wanted to give you that little tip in wearing a shawl and using it to show off your style. Well, I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you for joining me. Be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to share. And join me next time when we find out what's on the hook.